The reason why I ended up coming on to this project, or really wanting to do the project, was honestly Taraji. The opportunity of working with Taraji on this kind of movie, a classic screwball comedy with a lot of heart, excited me. I feel like this is a time when we need some more of that out in the world. It's something that I really enjoy doing. It's something that I've done a lot of. I think that we do live in a time where people need to listen to each other more. And the idea of people making assumptions about each other, and then when they do actually take the time to listen to other people and suddenly realize how similar we are, how flawed we all are, how human we all are, it's a very appealing premise to me. The movie is about Ali Davis, played by Taraji Henson, who is out there swinging and believes that as a woman in the world trying to rise and climb the ladder of success, she needs to basically beat down all of her male competition. And when she is given this sort of blessing slash curse of being able to hear in men's heads, which she believes falsely that will help her get an advantage on them, she realizes like how flawed and very much like them she is, and she also doesn't want to become like them, and you know, she learns all sorts of things about herself. So it's fun in that way. One of the things that Aldous Hodge brought to the table, why I love him in this movie so much, is first of all, he's physically beautiful. So that there's like no problem there. I want to see them together. Like that's all taken care of. That's all great. But he's also really funny, and he doesn't have any sort of life pretension about who he is. He sort of leads with his substance and his sense of irony and a sense of humor. So that to me is a worthy person to be with. When I came in, the first thing that I said is this movie cannot end with her needing a man to make her whole. That was, to me, that would have been the end of this whole thing. Audiences would have turned on her, audiences would have turned on us. I certainly don't like the idea that I need a man to make me whole. I don't like the idea that I need anybody to make me whole. I am a whole person who makes the decisions that I make. And if I'm a good person, then I have earned the right to have a partner who is worthy of me and I'm worthy of them. That's like sort of how I feel in life, and that's how I wanted this movie to feel. So that relationship was a very precarious balance because you know, the whole thing isn't about having her find the man of her dreams and drifting off into the sunset with him at the end. She needs to just learn who she is and who she wants to be. I love Richard Roundtree so much. He's the greatest guy. He has been in every room. He has met everybody. You know, we've worked together before. He has a kindness, and he is gentle, and he is loving, and he is normal, and he's a very generous actor, and having sort of just the gravity of his sort of life experience in there was really, it was like a, you know, putting on just a giant Snuggie for me. You know, he's just beautiful in the movie. Having Brian Bosworth in here has just been a lot of fun. I mean, he's just like, he is the guy. I mean, he comes from the sports world. He is also weirdly funny. Like he's a very, very funny dude. He understands irony, and he takes his acting very seriously, and he created a really fun kind of a counterpoint for her. And you know, again, having somebody from the actual sports world in there adds a certain amount of legitimacy. So having him in the cast has been great. Pete Davidson is the young, white, tall, skinny Tracy Morgan of our set, where it's like, you know, having him be here has been not only a joy for me because, again, I'm a super fan of him and his work, but his lack of predictability is what makes this sort of world much more fun for audiences, I think. It's he's just off center. And he's like one of those actors I say, it's like, I just want to put a quarter in the slot and then put him out and say, like, go do your thing. Phoebe Robinson is an actor that I have been a huge fan of for a while. In fact, I listen, even currently, I re-listen to episodes of Two Dope Queens podcast because they actually fill my life with a lot of laughter and joy in a time, again, like I said, it's very complicated. And so I'm like, I really love listening to her because she's also not only hilarious, but she's very generous and very kind and very sort of on her game. She's aware